Building a professional affiliate marketing website has never been this fast or simple. In just a few steps, you'll have your website live, looking amazing and ready to make you money. But that's not all. There's a way to turn those visitors into buyers, and I'll reveal exactly how towards the end of this video. And check this out, in just a couple of hours, you'll end up with a website that looks like this one,
where we will review all sorts of podcast equipments for creatives, about a section, a few products here, a few categories, testimonials, and if you scroll down the page, you have all your reviews, and this is where the magic happens. So if someone wanted to know what's the difference between the Lewitt LCT 440 Pure and the Rode NT1A, they can click on your article, and this is the full article comparing the two different microphones, and I'm going to show you how you can create this using AI. So first you have the introduction, the overview of one microphone, and right here underneath, as you can see, your affiliate link, and then the other microphone. And again, if they click on this, they will go directly to the Amazon website, and then we have a comparison here. And if you scroll on the page, you have a different table here. Again, all of this is built in using a single plugin. And then scroll down the page and you can add cross references as well. So how do you make money? Well, if they click on any of those buttons, they will go to the website, and then if they purchase it from here, well, there you go, ka-ching, that's money in your pocket.
All right, so let's dive in. So the first step is to set up the server where you will host your website. And let's be real, this is where most people get stuck already. But not today, because I've got you covered. So we're using Hostinger. So for this, click on the link in the description below to access a dedicated landing page I have set up just for you. So Hostinger has completely simplified the onboarding process. No tech headaches, no hassle. It's super easy. And the best part, I've secured discounted prices of up to 85% off. Plus, if you use my exclusive coupon code, Mr. Web, you get an extra 10% off at checkout. Okay, so let's click on that link together and let's start setting up our website.
So there it is. So this is the co-branded page that we have with Hostinger. And as you can see, you can save up to 85% of their hosting plans. So these are special conditions again that we have with them. As you can see, I'm recording this at the moment during the Black Friday season, so it's a specially discounted price, heavily discounted price, I should say, of $1.95. The normal price, guys, normally is $2.99 throughout the year, okay? So these are, again, special conditions during the Black Friday. If you're watching this during Black Friday, take advantage of it. Otherwise, normally it's only $2.99 anyways, you know? So to get access to those prices here, all you have to do is claim the deal. And I need to select one of those plans. So we have Premium, Business, and Cloud Startup. So as you can see, it starts at $1.95 per month. Again, normally during the year, it's only $2.99 anyways, you know. And obviously, as the price increases, you get a more powerful server and more resources as well. Now, initially, if I were you, I would start with this one here at $1.95 per month. And then you can always upgrade to the next one up if you need more resources. So like I said, it's normally $2.99 during the year. You know, it's $1.95, a special offer during the Black Friday season. But what you get for that price? Well, you get a lot actually. Well, you can host up to 100 different websites. It's a fully managed WordPress hosting, 100 gigabyte of SSD storage space. And believe you me, that's a lot already. Now, if you scroll down the page, you also get unlimited free SSL certificates. So this is very unique, you know. Normally, most hosting companies would charge you between $9.99 up to $25 per year per website just for the SSL certificate. You also get free email and free weekly backup as well. And this initially is more than you need. Now, like I said, if you want to move to the next one up, you'll get daily backups as well, or on demand. And obviously the resources will increase as well accordingly. So for now, I would say use this one here, which is absolutely fine. Click on this button here, choose plan. And now right here, you have to select your billing cycle. So you can lock in that price for up to 48 months, which is absolutely amazing. In which case you save $528 costing you only $93.60 for 4 years. Now again, normal price is $2.99, so this can vary during the year. Again, this is a special offer, Black Friday offer, okay? So as you can see here, select your price that you want. Again, the highest saving you can make is with the 48 months period. And then right here, guys, I have a coupon code as well. So right here, enter Mr. Web, all in capital letters, and then apply. And there you go. As you can see, now it's only $84 instead of $93. So that means that now you're saving $537 in total. So this is absolutely amazing, guys. Okay, so next, click continue and then proceed to checkout. Very good. So like mentioned, this is a simplified onboarding process, step by step, super easy to use. So the first thing you need to do is to select your language. So by default, we'll go with English, and then enter an email address and password, and make sure you remember those because these are the credentials for your WordPress dashboard, okay? And then click next. And then now we need to select the type of website we want to build. So there's a few different options here: business and services, online store, blog, portfolio, and as you can see, we have affiliate marketing site. So this is the one we need to select. So click on this and then click next. And this is a quick preview of what our website will look like in the front end. So as you can see, this is powered by Hostinger themselves. So it looks very, very professional indeed. And again, don't worry, we can customize everything in the front end afterwards, okay? So let's click next. And now we can select a few recommended plugins. So the only one we're going to keep is the essential one, which is the Hostinger Amazon Affiliate Connector. Untick those two and then move on to the next step. And now it's time to claim your free domain name. So here, type the domain name you'd like to register. So for instance, Mr. Web Affiliate Website. Excellent. So as you can see, this one is available. And again, this is completely free, guys. You get one domain completely free with your hosting plan here. So let's go ahead with the .com as an example here. So select your domain name and then next. Excellent. And welcome to your WordPress dashboard. So like I said before, Hostinger made a really big effort in making things so simple for everyone. As you can see, we have our own onboarding process here, and all we need to do is basically follow the steps one by one, and we'll have a beautiful website in no time. So the first thing we need to do is to connect our Amazon account, obviously, So you can click on this. As you can see, you can click on this button here, or you go right on top, Amazon Affiliate, and then scroll down the page. And as you can see here, you can connect your Amazon account. So click on this. And right here, you have to enter a few details. So where can you find these? Well, this is in the backend of your Amazon account. So feel free to refer back to their documentation for this. All you need is the API key, API secret, enter your country. So this is basically which Amazon website you're registered with and your tracking ID. So let me insert those very quickly here. Excellent. So that's done now. And then after this, all you have to do is simply connect your Amazon account. Click on this button here. Excellent. As you can see, Amazon is connected now. And there you go. As you can see, the API status is marked as connected. So we are now connected to our Amazon account. So if you needed to change those settings later on, you can always go here to settings and manage your Amazon API configurations right here. And then you have a few different options, table data connection. So this is for the comparison table. We'll touch upon this later. And if you want more information about how to use the plugin, you can always go to the knowledge base right here. All right, so now let's have a look at our website in the front end. So we hover on the title, visit site, right click, open in a new tab. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, there's nothing yet on our website. Now you need to create some content. So I'm going to show you how you can create content using AI. So this is even easier for us. So you can promote your affiliate links using AI. So less effort on your side, obviously, So we go back here. And again, Hostinger made it very easy for us to go through the different steps. As you can see right here on top, we have AI content creator. Click on that link. And right here, we can start creating the content. So what do you want to make today? Is it a post or a page? So in our case, I'm going to use post, okay? So the tone of voice, what do you want it to be? Neutral, formal, trustworthy, friendly, witty. So that's really up to you, So let's go maybe with neutral and trustworthy as well. So content length, short. So this is usually for videos, infographics, or product description. Medium, that's a more in-depth description, obviously. And long, this is, as you can see, to make high-ranked articles that will generate more leads. So this is definitely what we want. And then we need to enter a description here. So now, obviously, this will depend on the type of website you want to build. So let's say, for instance, we could build a website related to tech review, maybe review specifically for YouTubers, and maybe podcast as well. We can review all sorts of recording equipment, maybe amplifiers, microphones, and all that sort of things, So here we can have maybe a comparison between 3 different microphones. Okay, so for instance, we could have a detailed comparison of the Lewitt LCT 440 Pure and the Rode NT1A 5th generation microphones, focusing on build quality, sound performance, features, and value for money. So these two are big keywords being searched online. especially when it comes to comparing both features of those two microphones and deciding which one to buy. So by creating an article related to this, well, you're going to drive a lot of traffic and also ultimately sales via your Amazon affiliate links, obviously, And then here we need to enter the focus keyword. So for this, we're going to go with Lewitt LCT 440 and then enter, and then maybe Rode NT1A 5th generation. Enter. So there you go. These are our main two keywords, and then we can create the content. So click on this, and there you go, all done already. So that took about, I'd say, 30 seconds max, So the post should be neutral and trustworthy and a long form content. As you can see, these are the two keywords we added, but it created a few more as well, like microphone performance, studio recording microphones, and best condenser microphones as well, which is obviously some keywords that people might be looking for. Then we have the meta description here, so very important for SEO purposes to get found. And as you can see, we have an AI-generated image, so you can decide whether or not you want to use it. And if you want to keep it, you can set it as your featured image or insert it inside the content, either or both, okay? So that's really up to you. And this is the content of the articles. As you can see, this has been created for us. Oh, amazing, guys. Look at this. This would take you hours. Just to type all that content, do all the research, So all the information is here. It's a good long article with all the keywords inserted naturally throughout the whole content. And again, this, look at the work, guys. If you were to type this would take you 2.5 hours easy, So that's been created for us in just a click of the mouse. So now, how do you monetize this? How can you insert your product? If you're happy enough with the content, the first thing you have to do is to click publish. Perfect. And this is what it looks like in the front end. So you can see title, the image, and then all the content just underneath with all these keywords inserted everywhere seamlessly again, So this is going to rank definitely on Google. If someone is looking for that type of comparison, they will find your website and they'll have the opportunity to purchase it from your website. Now, here's the thing. How do people buy your product from here? Well, it's very simple. So if you go back to the top here, if you go back here, we go back to the dashboard. You go back to your post and you'll find it here. Okay, so this is the one we have. Now you can insert inside that post, that blog post, your Amazon affiliate links. Very good. So we have the introduction here on top. And if you scroll down, this is the overview of the Lewitt LCT 440 Pure. And then we have the overview of the Rode NT1A. So naturally, you might have a link here and insert it right there in the middle. So all you have to do is just hover, add a block, and right here, look for Amazon, and this is the one. Link Amazon product. Click on this. Excellent. So right here you have three different options. What do you want to link? A single product, multiple product list, or a comparison table? So at this stage, because all the introduction is about the LCT 440, you might just insert a single product card, okay? So how does this work? Very simply, click the select button here. Very good. So now you need to select which product you want to display here. So you have two different options. You have the ASIN number here, or product ID, that you can find directly on the Amazon website, or you can search for a product. So let me show you both options here. So let's say you go onto the Amazon website and then look for the product itself. So Lewitt LCT 440. So we have this one here. Click on it. And now you need to find a product code. So that's usually at the bottom where you have the full description, As you can see, product information, item details. Click on it and you'll find the ASIN number. So this is basically the one that you need. So Control C, and we go back here, enter the ASIN number, enter, and then add product. Excellent. So as you can see now, this has been inserted seamlessly on our page. So let's say you've been reviewing this. Okay, LCT Lewitt 440 Pure, read everything. And here, oh, I can buy it immediately on Amazon. Very handy indeed. Now let me show you the other option with the Rode NT1A, okay? So we scroll down the page. We're going to insert that in the middle, plus sign, link to Amazon product, and this time I'm going to show you how to search for a product directly from here, okay? So I'm just going to fetch the keyword here, so Rode NT1A 5th generation, Control C, let's go back here and search for the product. Click on that, type the product name, search. And there you go, as you can see, they're all available here. So select the one that has the best price maybe, or the one you can make the most money on, whichever way you want, obviously, So I'm going to go maybe with this one here, $159 US. Looks like an interesting price. This is the cheapest, so people might go for it and you're going to earn some commissions. So let's select this one and then confirm selection. And there you go, guys. Again, as you can see, if I'm a visit on your page here, I'm reading all this. Oh, Rode NT1A, 5th generation. Wow, oh, it does all this. Oh, perfect. That's the right choice for me. And the price is displayed here. Buy on Amazon. And boom, you make money immediately, okay? Now, obviously, you can add a bit of breathing space around it if you wanted to as well. You know, you don't want it maybe that close and all that. You can customize this as well. So click on the block itself. And then you can customize the content here as well. So first, you have the title here. Maybe you want to override the title, put your own title here. So Mr. Web Recommend, for instance, you know, and then that's basically, this is your choice. Again, it's just a matter of preferences, you know. You can limit the title also to a specific amount of letters and characters. So maybe 40 characters. And there you go. As you can see, you only have the start of that sentence. So let's put it back to 65. And then you can do the same with the description. As you can see, you can limit this to a specific amount. As you can see, description is enabled or not. If you disable this, it's not going to display it, obviously. So less distraction, maybe that's up to you, really, you know. It's just a matter of preference. I think you might keep it normally. But again, like I said, just a matter of preference. You have to try different things, see what converts the best, obviously, you know. And then description override enabled. If it's so, you can type your own description right here, okay? And then you have the buy button as well. So buy button override enabled. So if you click on this, you can type whatever you want. So again, Mr. Web recommends perhaps, or something like this, you know, which is maybe more enticing for your audience, you know, something like this. Otherwise, you can just leave it as is. And that's basically how you can customize this, you know. Now, like we said, we might add a bit of breathing space on top. So all you have to do is click outside the block and then again hover on top the plus sign, and you can add a spacer basically, okay? So add a spacer, and as you can see, this is going to add a bit of breathing space. So maybe let's say 80 in height, okay, just like this. And you can do the same at the bottom. So click all of this, hover on top, and add a spacer again. There you go. And again, this one should be 80 as well, you know, so we can keep the same size, so it's evenly distributed. There you go. And that adds a bit of breathing space. It's easier for them to spot that as well, you know, like a bit of a break. As they scroll down, they will notice that immediately. And then you can do the same with the other one. So let me do that quickly. And there you go. That's a lot better already. So you can see here, if you was to come from here and see Lewitt LCT 440, I'm reading all the information here, the presentation, and say, ooh, look at that. Maybe I can buy this immediately. And the same with the Rode NT1A, and then scroll down, and there you go, I can purchase it. Now, as you can see, we have the comparison after this. So build quality comparison, scroll down the page. So what would be suitable here, maybe after this, is to have a comparison page, okay, where they can see both side by side. So I could do that maybe right at the bottom here, okay. So again, what we do is we basically hover on top, okay, and then link Amazon products. And right there, as you can see, you have a single product card. So we've covered that. Then you have multiple product lists or comparison table. So in this case, because we just covered the comparison, we can do that right here, okay. So let's select this one. And now we can choose among two different options. Use the save table configuration or add a new table configuration. Either way is the same. You can click on this. It's going to bring you to your Amazon affiliate page. And basically it's going to bring you directly to this section, or you can do it beforehand and then insert it afterwards. Either way is absolutely fine. So let's create a table together. So I'm going to add a new table here. So we're going to compare, like we said, is the Lewitt LCT 440 Pro versus, and it's Rode NT1A 5th gen. Okay, so continue, and then again we need to add the two products. Okay, so I'm going to add the code here. So for this we go back to the Amazon website. So this is the first async code, so Control C and then Control V, then add, and we're going to do the same with the other one. Okay, so add the other product, and this one is the Rode NT1A. Scroll down the page and find the details. So product info, async, Control C, Control V, add, and then you can select a specific highlight color. So let's select one together. So basically this is going to add a background color in the comparison table. So I'm going to select maybe some pastel color, not too dark, obviously, you know, and then you can add the labels here. So this should be the product name normally. So there you go, and then continue. And right here, what do you want to compare? Like we said, title to title, thumbnail to thumbnail, price to price, Amazon button, and you can add more rows as well. So as you can see, you can select among all these options here. You have price, Prime status, Amazon button, title, and so on and so on. So basically, you can leave it as is for now, and then save changes. There you go. So this is done. As you can see, we have that sorted out. And now we can go back to our blog post and right here. So I saved it first and refreshed. As you can see, you have a drop-down menu now and you can select which one you want to compare and then continue. And there you go. As you can see, you have the different colors as well. Like we said, pastel colors in the background. It adds a bit of oomph, obviously, And what we can do as well is add a bit of breathing space again in between. So we're going to add a spacer here and one at the bottom. There you go. And again, adding breathing space is going to help your visitor spot this section, obviously. This is what you want them to focus on. And let's be honest, that's pretty cool, isn't it? As you can see now, they can click on this button or the title. Either way, it's going to bring them to the Amazon website. And if they decide to purchase it, well, there you go. You made money. Very good. So let's scroll down the page and maybe here at the bottom, you want to add the third option. So you're going to add this maybe here in between, okay? So let's hover just in the middle. Again, link Amazon product. And let me show you the multiple product list. So select this one. Then right here, you have two different options. How do you want to display them automatically based on best sellers or search the product in Amazon? So this is normally what we would do, add them directly from here. But let me show you what this one does, okay? So let's click on this together. So obviously this is a product review about condenser microphone. Which one is the best between the Lewitt LCT 440 and the Rode NT1A? So maybe you could be looking for condenser microphones, okay? And then continue. And this maybe would increase your sales by providing different options as well within this blog post, okay? So how do you want to display them? List with description, simplified list, or horizontal card. So again, it's just a matter of preferences. I'm just going to go with this one here as an example. And let's add the best sellers. And there you have it. As you can see, even have Audio Technica, HyperX. So these are the best sellers. And you can scroll as well left to right to see all the other products. So again, this might increase your chances of generating more sales. Maybe they'll be looking for those two products here, Lewitt or Rode, but maybe they're going to think, oh, this one is on 98, this one is 34. Wow, let me buy this one instead. And again, this is one way of increasing your chances of selling and generating more commissions. So there you have it, guys. This is how you can create a blog post. After this, click Save. And then we go back to the WordPress dashboard, and this is the first one done. So by default, you'll have this one. You can trash this all together. Very good. And this is the one that's left. And then you're going to repeat this a few times, obviously, create as many blog posts as you can to display in the front end. So let's have a sneak peek in the front end, see what it looks like. So this is our blog post, lovely image. Comparison between the Lewitt LCT 440 and the Rode NT1 5th Gen. Scroll down, introduction. And overview of the Lewitt LCT 440. Oh, there it is. I can buy it here. Great. And then Rode NT1A 5th Gen. Oh, there it is. I can buy it here as well. And then scroll down the page. And then we have the comparison. Oh, look at that. Comparison between those two. Nice. And price and value for money assessment. Scroll down the page. Oh, a few more options. That's way cheaper. Maybe I'll buy this one instead. So you see, guys, this is very enticing, very professional, and based on the amount of content here, well, definitely this will rank based on SEO keywords. So this is how you can design your blog post. Now, obviously, that doesn't look that nice, to be honest. It's not bad, but I'm going to show you how you can jazz this up in the front end by installing a professional theme. And this one is called Astra. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go to Appearance, Themes. So this is the default one, the 2025 that comes with WordPress. So add new theme. And right here, we should find one that's called Astra. This is the one here, okay? So if you don't find it here, you can type Astra here in the search box and find this one, okay? So now install and then activate. And now we're going to go to Astra here. We go to Starter Templates and we need to install this additional plugin. So install and activate. So as you can see, you can use the AI website builder. We're not interested in that. I'm going to show you how to use a classic starter template, but make sure you select Elementor here on top. Okay, so Elementor, very good. And now you can select among all these different templates. So as you can see, there's a large selection here. So some of them are premium, so these are paid version, but we're going to use a free one today. So all you have to do is scroll down the page and find something that suits you, obviously, or you can go on top and look for something specific. So as you can see, you have the blog section here. You have e-commerce, community, personal site, professional, personal care, local business as well, and businesses. So feel free to look through all these different categories. But let's look for something related to podcast, maybe see if there's anything. Okay, this one here, and it's free as well. So don't worry if it's not exactly what you're after. We can customize everything. I'm going to show you how to change all that. As you can see, it says a daily podcast for creatives. We can easily change that to maybe comparing podcast equipment or something like this. Okay, so if you wanted to use this one, all you have to do is click on it. Excellent. And right here by the side, you have the quick preview. So here you can select your font. So whichever font you want to use, So by default is this one, but maybe you try something else, And obviously the font will give your website a different feel, a different vibe. So that's really up to you. Feel free to select any of them, So I'm going to keep the default one. And then you can select your color palette as well. So this is normally based on your logo, your company colors or something like this, So I'm just going to go maybe with blue for now, okay? I think that's not too bad. And then continue. And here you can select additional features. You can leave it as this, so skip this step. And then skip and continue. Now enter your details here, click this box and then create my website. And there you have it. Congratulations, your website is ready. And it took just 19 seconds. Amazing, isn't it? So visit dashboard or exit out of this, all the same. There you go. Now you can close this as well. Okay, so now that this is installed, let's go back to the front end. So this is what our website used to look like. So let's refresh. And there you go, guys. Now you have a brand new website in the front end that looks a lot more professional. So I'm going to show you how you can customize this now and insert your actual blog post and promote that as well, okay? So for this, we go to pages now, all pages, and look at the home page. So this is the one here, okay? So as you can see, this was built using Elementor. And how to edit this, right click on edit with Elementor, open in your new tab. So I like to have different tabs open, it's much easier to go from one to the other. So let's go to Elementor now. So welcome to Elementor. So Elementor, it's an easy drag and drop page builder. So as you can see by the side, you have all the different elements here, like heading, image, text editor, video, and so on. And then you can drag and drop them inside your content here. So let's say if I wanted to add a heading here, I'll just drag it and then place it exactly where I want. You have that pink line here, okay? And wherever you want to drop it, just release, and that's basically it. Now, if you want to get rid of it, right click on it, delete, and that's that, okay? So super easy to use, and each element you can configure individually. So the first thing here, obviously, is to change our heading. A daily podcast for creatives, that's not really what we want. Maybe you want to change this and tweak this around, maybe, so perhaps something like this, reviewing podcast equipment for creatives. And now we know that this is a blog post where you review equipment for creatives. So make it very clear, very simple, very clear, keep it short and snappy. Now you can customize this individually as well. So if you go to the styling feature here, you can change how you want to align it. Maybe you want it centered, maybe to the right, maybe justified, or maybe to the left like we had it. You have the text color as well. Do you want to change the text color? Maybe you want it red, maybe you want it blue. Select your color here, and you have a totally different feel immediately, obviously, And you have the typography. So typography, that's where you change your font. So you can change the font family. You can change the size. Maybe you want it to be smaller, maybe a bit bigger. That, again, that's up to you, really, Maybe you like it like this. And then you can change the font weight, so thinner, thicker, maybe medium size. You can transform it as well, maybe all upper cases, maybe lower cases, perhaps capitalize. Again, that's really up to you, You can change the style, decoration, line height, letter spacing, and word spacing as well. So this is basically where you customize everything related to your font. And like I said, you would do the same with all the others. So if you go to this one here, as you can see, you can type your text, whatever it is that you want. And then right here, you go to styling. And again, you can change the color, the alignment, the typography, and add text shadow if you wanted to. So right here, as you can see, we have a link. So I'll click on this. As you can see, this is technically a button. It doesn't look like a button, but that's what it is. If you hover on top, as you can see, it will have a small line showing up. So this is clearly a link. So maybe you can link this to your blog post, okay? So instead of latest episode, latest blog, or maybe latest reviews. Just like this, okay? And right here, you would put the link to your page. So for this, let's go back to the front end quickly. So we have the home page, episodes, about, and contact. So perhaps we could use this page here and replace it afterward. Instead of episode, we can have reviews, and then we can change the content here, because we're not going to need this one, obviously, because this is just for the podcast. So we can use this page for now. So as you can see, next to the web address that we have here, learnwithmrweb.com/episode. So this is the trailing slash. This is what you fetch, /episode, okay? And then you paste it here. There you go. And now it will redirect to that page. So just to be sure, click publish now. And let's go back to the front end. refresh the page, and let's try our link, so latest reviews, and there you go. So this is working fine. So let's carry on with the rest of our page. So we'll go back here. So obviously here we have a picture. So maybe you want to replace it with something else, maybe lots of different microphones or something, or maybe yourself. So for this is part of the main container. So if you hover on top, as you can see, you have access to the 6 dots here. Click on that. This is your container, okay? If you go to style, you'll find that picture. This is where it is, obviously, So this is a full picture. There's 2 different sides. We have the left and right-hand side. So basically, there's an extra layer added here. So let's try to find a picture. So for this, click on choose image. So you have all these different images you can choose from. Now, if you wanted to upload your own, you go to upload file, select file, and then I found a picture online here. So perhaps this one, okay? So open, and then select to insert it. And there you have it. As you can see, now we're completely different fields. This is a totally different website. You will agree with me. So if someone lands on this website, they will see this, and then reviewing podcast equipment for creatives. And that, for sure, people will know exactly what your website is about. Now, this image might be a different size. You can see there's a bit of a gap here. If you like that, you can keep it the way it is, or you can hover on top and use the handle to widen it. And there you go. So that's sorted out. So here underneath, we have subscribe and listen on major platform, and then Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Clearly, we don't need this. Now, you can see there's a main container here. If you right-click on it, delete. There you go, that's gone. And you can do the same with this one, So right-click and then delete. And there you go. As you can see now, this is slightly different. So what we need to do is to center this now in the middle. So for this, we click on the main container, edit container. And now we can change the height, the minimum height, obviously, So if you use the slider here, at some stage, you will increase. There you go, and find the right position bang on in the middle. So maybe 700, and there you go. So this is our hero section taken care of. So don't forget to click publish from time to time to save your work. And then let's scroll down and let's take care of the rest of the page. So right here we have the story behind. So maybe you can use this as an about us section. So here you could put about us. And then right here, you customize the text, obviously, da-da-dee-da-da-da. And then you have read more. So let's go back to the front end again. As you can see on top, we have an about us page. So maybe you can redirect this to this page as well, okay? So let's do that together. So again, here is going to be /about/, and that's it, okay? So click publish. Go back to the front end and always put this to the test just to make sure everything is working fine. So if you scroll down, read more, and there you go. This is our About Us page, okay? So let's carry on with the rest. So again, this is related to a podcast, latest episode, and here we can play the episode. So obviously, we want to replace this now. Maybe you want to call this latest reviews, again. So let's type reviews here instead. So here you have a few different options. If you were to type latest reviews with an S, well, then you can link this to your blog post, or your blog post, basically, like we said. Maybe this page, instead of episode, this will be all your blog post. Or you could have maybe latest review, maybe just one, or best review or something like this. If you have one that you make a lot of money, like maybe you take a 10% commission or something like this, and it's working well for you and there's a high conversion rate, maybe you want to emphasize it here, So you could do that as well. So maybe latest review, and then here you could have maybe the one we created, So right here you can type maybe the title. So perhaps something like this, So Lewitt LCT 440 Pure versus Rode NT1 5th generation. So anyone that's into microphones will know immediately what this is. And then obviously you want to change the picture here. So if you right click on it, edit image. So there it is. So you can click on this and then replace that with an actual picture of those microphones. So select file, and then I found one online. So this is the Lewitt LCT 440, and then select. And there you go. As you can see now with that picture here next to the title, which makes full sense. So if they scroll down the page and say, ooh, which one is best? Okay, let me find out. So now we need to link this obviously to our actual page. So click on this. So this is the link. So you can change the icon here. So at the moment, as you can see, this is a play button, but maybe you want something else. So let's see if there's anything related to microphones. There you go. So you can use one of them, maybe this one here. Okay, and then insert. Excellent. So this is fine. And then do you want to change the frame around here? As you can see, if it's framed, stacked, or perhaps default. So you could have maybe a stacked, and what shape? A square, perhaps rounded. Okay, rounded is not too bad. And then you have to link this to something, obviously, So for this, we're going to fetch the link in the backend. So we go back here, we go to our blog post, and this is the one, okay? So if you right click on view, open in a new tab, this is the actual landing page, okay? So if you click on this, Control C, and then insert it here, Control V. There you go, publish. Let's go back to the front end, refresh. Let's scroll down and let's find out. There you go. Look at this, guys. Lewitt LCT 440 versus Rode NT1 5th generation. Let's find out. And there you go. As you can see, very, very efficient indeed. And if they want to buy it, they can buy it on Amazon and you earn a commission. Okay, so let's take care of our next section here. So recent episodes. So here maybe you can add something different. You know, you can add your latest blog post if you wanted to. You can do that, no problem. Or I was thinking maybe if you create different categories, perhaps you can show them here, you know. So you could have maybe condenser microphone, you could have maybe dynamic microphones, and maybe preamps or something like this, you know, 3 different categories that are obviously of interest to your audience, you know. So how can you do so? Well, very easily. Let's say if you wanted to create categories, you can go to the back end here. So for our blog post, you go to categories. As you can see, at the moment, we only have audio equipment reviews. So this could be slightly different, you know. So you could have audio equipment. You could have maybe lighting as well. Lighting, so create. And then perhaps you could have sound proofing as well. Okay, so this could be your main 3 categories. And now you can link them in the front end. Okay, so let's go back here and let's find 3 images. So if you click on this, as you can see, this is image. So I'm just going to replace those 3 with the actual category images. So there you go, perhaps something like this. And as you can see, I've changed all the titles already and all the images. And right here you have, as you can see, this is an icon box. So this is clickable. The whole thing is clickable, you know. So you can change the icon here if you want in something else like we did, you know. Maybe you want to insert a microphone here, maybe a bulb here or something else, you know. And then right here, as you can see, Irene Fox director, maybe you want to change this for something else. And again, for this, all you have to do is change the text. And obviously we have the link. So if you were to click on microphone here, the first one, we have the link. So where can you find this? Well, this is our category now, okay? So we go back here, we have the category. So let's say this one would be audio equipment review. So if you were to click on view, right click, open in a new tab. Again, this is the URL here on top, okay? So Control C, and then go back here, Control V, and then you'll do the same with the other. So lighting, go back here, and then lighting. Instead of view, you can right click and then copy link address, same thing as well, you know, and then insert it here, Control V, and you do the same with this one. So this is soundproofing. We go back here, right click, copy link address, and then paste it here, okay? Then don't forget to change the title here. So this is recent reviews. And right here we have view all episodes. So click on this. And again, we're going to have view all reviews. And we're going to link this to our blog page, which is actually our episodes. So fetch this again, /episode/, and then paste it here. Okay, so Control V, there you go. And now we're done with that section. So click publish again. Very good. So let's go back to our home page and refresh. And let's scroll down. So I think that looks absolutely fantastic already. About us, the latest review. Recent reviews. Wow, that looks cool, guy, doesn't it? And then here, what people say, and then meet your host. So I trust you understand the principle now. We don't have to cover everything else. You know, this is the same principle. You scroll down the page, what people say. If you wanted to change this to testimonials, click on this, type testimonials, you know, and then right here, click on each item to change the content, etc., etc. It's the same here, you know, meet our host. So feel free to customize everything. Now, if you wanted to add an additional section anywhere on your page, all you have to do is click on the plus sign here or in between any of those. As you can see, if I wanted to insert something in between those two, click on the plus sign right there, and I can insert a section in between those two. And this is my section. Maybe I want 2 columns here, and they go 1, 2, and then you can set from all the different elements and start adding things here. Okay, so that's basically it. So I'm going to close this now, and then right here at the bottom, as you can see, I've joined our mailing list. So let's publish for now. So this is part of the footer section, so we'll take care of this later. So now we can go back to our WordPress dashboard. So exit to WordPress. So now we have to change one page here, which is basically our episodes page. So this is not episode anymore, it's our reviews. Okay, so let's go back here. Now we're going to find that page. So episodes. So again, edit with Elementor, open in a new tab. And same principle with the content of our page. So what we're going to do is basically delete everything that's inside that page and create our own. Okay, so let's go back to the top and delete this. So I'm going to delete that. And there you go. Basically, we want to create this afresh. Okay, so let's create a section here. So this is going to go downwards, this one. Okay, that's perfect. And now we need to insert our blog post right here. Okay, so if you go back to your elements and type posts, you will find out that this is a paid version. You cannot access this for free. So now Elementor is $99 I believe for one website, but I'm going to show you a solution here that you can use completely free, okay? And you'll be able to insert all your blog posts directly on your page here. So for this, again, we go back to the WordPress dashboard and we go to plugins, add new plugin, and right here, look for premium add-ons, just like this, okay? And that's the very first one here, premium add-ons for Elementor by Leap 13. So install and then activate. And now go back to your Elementor page, click publish first. Now let's refresh for this to take effect. Excellent. And now if you look by the side, so right here, look for the premium blog. So type blog, and this is the one here, PA. So that's premium add-ons, okay? And then you have blog. So this is the one here. So drag and drop it. Excellent. And as you can see, our blogs are displaying immediately. So this is fantastic, guys. It's so easy, like, you know, and this way it will display all your blogs one after the other. So you can define here how many you want to display, how many columns, for instance, you know, 1 column, 2 columns. So I only have 2 blogs here as an example that I created myself, you know, but once you create more, you can maybe display 3 columns, maybe 4 columns. As you can see, it will widen up or narrow down those columns and display more content, obviously, you know. How many posts do you want to display per page? Maybe if you have 4 columns, you could display maybe 16 in total, a multiple of 4, obviously, you know. So if you go by 2, it's all the same. Basically, you can customize everything here. Now you have different skins as well. As you can see, you have modern as well. So it's a different feel. As you can see, the frame here is overlapping. You select cards, or perhaps on side, as you can see, slightly different, you know. Again, this is just a matter of preferences. This is really up to you guys. Feel free to design it the way you want. So I'm just showing you here exactly what you can do and what's feasible. And then you can also define exactly what you want to display here. So you can have specific queries. As you can see, do you want to display posts only from a specific category or exclude specific categories? And then you're going to add the filter here. As you can see, you have lighting. Maybe we can add soundproofing, and perhaps we have audio equipment, you know. Now, maybe you don't want lighting and maybe you don't want soundproofing on that page. That's really up to you again, you know. And this way you can create different pages as well. So you could have a page for soundproofing, one page for sound equipment, and so on, okay? And then you have a few other filters here, also by author, different filter by rules, etc., etc. So the rest of this is pretty self-explanatory. We're not going to cover everything, but that's basically how you can display all your blog posts on the one page. So obviously, as you can see, this is a bit too close to the top here. Maybe you can add a bit of breathing space on top. We go to advanced, and then we're going to add maybe a bit of padding all around it. So let's try 50. See what happens. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. Maybe a little bit more. Let's try 80 perhaps, okay? And there you go. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, we can keep it like this. And we're going to change episodes here for reviews, okay? So reviews, and there you go. So publish. So that's us done with the review page. So let's go back here, click on the home page, latest reviews, and there you go, guys. As you can see, this is displaying absolutely fine, and it looks very professional indeed. So now there's only 2 things left. It's our header section, so the logo here, and the menu section, and also the footer section, including email marketing. I'm going to show you how you can gain 1 customer out of 7 just by using OMNISEND, which is an absolutely amazing solution. So let's customize the header and the footer section now. So as always, we go back to the WordPress dashboard, and then from here we go to appearance and then customize. And right here on top, as you can see, we have the logo. If you hover next to it, you have a small pencil. Click on that, and this will give you access to all the options. As you can see, this is the logo here, so we can change the image, upload file, select file. I'm going to select a Mr. Web in white, open, insert. Very good. So as you can see, it's displaying here. Now you might want to change the size. You have a slider for this, so you might want to do it, make it bigger or smaller. Again, it's just a matter of preferences. Okay, so there it is. Happy enough with this. And then right here we have our menu section. So if you click on this, it will show you which menu is being used, but you cannot really customize it from here. You can select it, primary menu, but that's basically it. So again, we go back to the WordPress dashboard, and that's why I like to have different tabs opened. And then we go to appearance and we go to menus. And again, as you can see here on top, you have the primary menu, select. And this is the one, as you can see, of home, episodes, about, contact. So right here, we need to change episode for something else. So click on it. And then this is reviews. Okay, excellent. And then you have the About Us and Contact page as well. So usually it's homepage, About, Reviews, and Contact. I think I'm going to move this around. So just grab it and drop it on top. So Save Menu. Okay, let's go back to the home page and refresh. Excellent, as you can see, Home, About, Reviews, and Contact. So that looks better. And then you have a subscribe button. So this is a call to action button. Now, I'd highly recommend you keep this, for people to subscribe the same way they can here at the bottom. So they can join your mailing list and you can email them from time to time, thus increasing your conversion rate as well, and generating more sales. So I'm going to show you in a minute how you can link this to your actual OMNISEND form. And now let's take care of our footer section. So again, we go back here. So this time we're going to look at the footer section. So as you can see, you can select it from the side here, or you can simply scroll down. Okay, so if you scroll down the page, as you can see, same principle, you can click on them and then customize everything. So if you click on this, as you can see, this is a menu. Which menu is this? This is a primary menu, so you might want to keep this that way. And then you have your social icon. Click on this. As you can see, social items, and you have a few different social media platforms that you can customize, obviously, So if you wanted to change this, click on this. You have the label, the URL, and you change the icon. So pretty self-explanatory, simple to follow along here, okay? So that's basically it. So once you're done with this footer section, click publish, and we're done with this. So basically that's us done with the website itself. So I'm just going to show you how you can connect this to your email marketing solution, which is called OMNISEND. So let's take care of this now. Very good. So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go to plugins, add new plugin. Right here, look for OMNISEND. So this is the one here. So you have two different options. Email marketing for WooCommerce. So this is not an e-commerce we have at the minute. So select the other one, newsletters, email marketing, SMS, and pop-ups by OMNISEND. So install now and then activate. Very good. So as you can see by the side, we have an extra tab now. Click on this. Excellent. So now we need to connect OMNISEND to our website. Click on this button. So don't worry if you don't have an account, you can create it right now. So all you have to do is click on this button, go to OMNISEND. And right here, you can create a new account. So what I'm going to do is basically log into my account. I have an account already, obviously, So I'll go to existing account. And now we need to link our account. So if you go back here, as you can see, we need to enter an API key. So where can you find it? Well, click on this button again. It will bring you directly to that page. So from here, scroll down the page and you'll find API keys. Click on this button. And then we're going to create a new API key. So I'll give it a name. So this one will be affiliate marketing. And then we're going to tick all these boxes, create API, and there it is. Okay, so copy API key. Let's go back here, paste it here, Control V, and connect OMNISEND. There you go. So we are connected now. And now we can go back to the OMNISEND website and start creating our form, automation, and everything else. Okay, so we can close this. Excellent. So on top, as you can see, you have forms, automation, and campaigns. So these are the three main elements we're going to use on our website. So a form, if you click on this, you can create a form that will pop up basically on your homepage, and you can define specific triggers, etc., etc. So this is very handy, obviously, to fetch your visitor's email address. And as you can see here, every 7th subscriber has shown to convert into a buyer. And this is why this solution is so powerful, obviously, So let's create our form. And then after that, I'll show you how to create automation and campaigns as well. So you can preview and launch your form, or you can select a specific form. So here you can select among different options. So here you have different templates for different occasions, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, etc., obviously. So depending on the type of the year, you might use a different one and customize it as you need, obviously, So let's go back where we came from. I'm going to show you the other option here. So preview and launch form. So if you click on this, this is basically a pre-made template, a generic template that you can use, okay? So very easy to use as well. You have the different elements here, the preview of the content, and then all the behavioral tools here by the side. And right here, you have your different steps, okay? So step 1 is basically to display the pop-up window here, the form. Step 2 is maybe if you want to use this, I'm going to show you, you can customize this as well. You can use SMS marketing as well. And then this is a success page. And if they already subscribed, they'll see this instead, okay? So step 1 here, how can you customize this? Well, it's very easy. Simply click on top and then customize the text here. So get 10% off your first order. So this might not be suitable for us, to be honest, because I don't even think we make 10% commission with Amazon. So maybe we can replace this with perhaps something like this, keep up to date with all the latest podcast equipment. So maybe you want to center this. So you go here by the side, as you can see, align center. Maybe you want this to be bold, or maybe change the font altogether. You can change the size as well, large, medium, extra large, and then you can change the font. So I'm just going to go maybe with Montserrat here as an example. Select this one, and then you could do the same with this one here underneath, So, and be the first to hear about our new product drop. I think that's fine, actually, So this is the email. Obviously, this is required. You want to fetch the email. And right here, instead of get 10% off, you might want to change this to subscribe now, maybe, okay? Subscribe now. Okay, just like this. Keep it simple. And then let's move on to step number 2. So this is for SMS marketing. So if you don't want to use this, that's really up to you. But if you want to send a text message to your new subscribers, they will receive this, and then they have to enter the email phone number right here, okay, the mobile number. So that's really up to you if you want to make use of it or not. If you don't want it, simply click on this and then delete, and that's it, okay? Very simple. Now you want to bring it back, click on the arrow, and there you go, is back in the game, okay? So that's really up to you. I'm just going to go without it for now, okay? Then this is your success page. So thank you for signing up. And as a thank you, you'll find a 10% discount in your inbox. So this is not the case with us. So maybe we could put here instead, maybe you'll find a link to our latest review in your inbox or something like this. Something enticing, obviously. You want them to go to the email address, to the email box, and open that email, obviously, And then subscribe. If someone is already subscribed, there's no point subscribing again. So you are already subscribed, or you can customize this as you want, obviously, And now we need to configure everything related to the behavior. So what's going to trigger this to display? So you have audience here. You can select a specific audience if you wanted to, And then right there, a scheduling. So do you want to start and end date? If this is the case, or just enter the start date or end date, okay? And then you have display. So of all the sections, this is the most important one. So this is basically what's going to trigger the pop-up to display. So page visits. So do you want a specific number of pages to be visited? Maybe they scroll through 3 different blog posts, in which case then it will display after that. Time on page, so maybe you want them to spend at least 30 seconds on your website before it shows up. Scroll depth, so let's say if they land on your home page, after 50% of scrolling down that page, it will show up. And then the exit intent, so basically if I want to exit out of this window, it will show up as well. So that's really up to you. And then you have custom triggers as well, but I think those 4 are pretty sufficient. And then let's go back here, and then you have the targeting. So this is exactly who you want to target. So visitors, all visitors, don't show to existing contact, show to existing contact, or target by specific segment. So at the beginning, I would recommend to use this one, don't show to existing contact. So clearly, if they already subscribed, you don't want to show that form again. It's just going to annoy them. So maybe you can keep this one on. So page targeting, appear on specific URL or does not appear. So maybe you don't want it to show on the homepage, in which case you put the homepage URL, or only on the homepage, in which case you put the URL here. That's up to you again, And then you have the source targeting and UTM targeting. So this is basically if you are using specific external source of advertisement. So Google Ads, Facebook, on Instagram, you want to know where they're coming from and know which campaign is working. So then we have visibility. You want to display this on all devices, mobile only, desktop only. And then we have the frequency as well. So again, this one is very nice. You don't want to annoy your visitors by showing this too often. So maybe you want to show that to them on their first visit and then leave it for another day. If they close the window, you don't want to annoy them again, like I said, And then you can change maybe in hours and then put the amount here. So I'm just going to disable this for now, just for the test here. So it will show up every time I refresh the page, okay? And then you have the A/B testing as well. So this is very simple. You could have maybe 2 different forms here, 2 different variations, and see which one performs best. And then at the end of the test, you can select A or B, and that's basically it, okay? So after this, all you have to do is to enable the form. Excellent. So as you can see, this is enabled. So let's go to our home page and see if this is working, okay? So let's refresh. Let's scroll down the page, and there you go, immediately it's showing up, and then we can enter our email address, and that's basically it, okay? So I can close this now, and now we need to create something else. So basically, once they've registered and subscribed, what do you want to do after this? This is where we have to set up an automation. So automation or workflow, so that's what it is, okay? So preview and start your workflow. Very good. So first we have a trigger. So what's the trigger here? As you can see, once they are subscribed to our marketing campaign, but you have all these different options, obviously, clicked on the message, entered the segment, exited the segment. So it's a very comprehensive solution, you know. But in our case, let's say they subscribe to that form. What do you want to do after that? Well, let's say we wait for a minute or maybe a bit longer. Maybe we wait for an hour. Maybe you wait for a day, okay? Maybe you want to do something the next day. And what will happen after this? Well, you will send them an email, okay? So this is the email. So maybe a thank you for signing up. And inside the email, we're going to insert the link to our latest blog post, like we said, okay? So obviously we cannot offer a coupon code here because we don't make enough money on Amazon. It's only a matter of a few percent, you know, earnings. So instead of this, we're going to give them a free link to that latest post. So if you scroll down the page, this is what it looks like at the minute. And obviously you can customize the whole content here. All you have to do is to click on this, edit content. Very good. And again, this is the same principle. I'm not going to insert your intelligence here. All you have to do is basically click on this and then customize everything yourself, you know. And then you can add maybe in the content here, like we said, so latest review. And then here you can put the link, okay? So we go to the website here, latest reviews. And then let's fetch this one, right click, copy URL. We go back here and paste it like that, okay? Just like this. And once you're done, finish editing. There you go. So this is done. And then we can close this. So basically our workflow is in place. So update. And now that the automation is in place, well, basically after 1 minute of subscribing to your mailing list, they will receive an email with the link inside that email, okay? And then after this, you can create your campaigns as well. So further down the line, once you get a few subscribers, maybe 20, 100, 200, 500, whenever you feel like it, you can create an email campaign and send that to everyone. So let me show you. Very simple again. Create a new email campaign and then you can create the subject line. So maybe you want to send them a link to your latest review or maybe a special offer or check this out or check this new microphone, you know. So check this new mic. And then here you can use variables as well. So if I click on this, as you can see, you can fetch the person's name, for instance, or surname or city or something like this, you know. So maybe, latest microphone in town, then the town name, you know. So we're going to use the name here. So basically check this new mic, David. Yeah. And that's simple. Okay. Here you're going to put your sender's name. So maybe your name is John Doe. You have the pre-header, campaign name. So here, affiliate on, let's say, Road NT1. And then you can select your language and then auto post email campaign to your Facebook page. You can link this as well. Here you can double check here with a quick preview. Is it exactly the way you want? This is perfect. And then you can choose your email template after this. So again, like we said, if there's so many options, you know, it could be Black Friday or whatever it is, you know, or you can create your own. Again, that's really up to you. So let's select one of them as an example here. So I'm going to select this one here. Okay. So use template. And again, like we said, all you have to do is to customize this as you see fit with all the content exactly the way you want to send it, and then save and choose recipients, and then select your mailing list or a specific segment if you have one. So we don't have one created at the minute. You'll have to create one first. So let's send this to all our subscribers. As you can see on this test account, I only have 3, and then review the campaign. And then from here, basically all you have to do is to proceed, and that's it. Okay, send now. And it's going to send the email to everyone that's on your mailing list. Very good. So as you can see, the status is sent. So this has been sent to our 3 recipients here. And you can do so as many times as you want at any given time during the year. And that's basically it. Okay. So now remember, we said on the front end, we want to link this to maybe the bottom page here and change this to an actual form that works alongside OMNISEND. Okay. So if you go back here, and then from here, we're going to create a new form. So what's the goal is to collect subscribers. Okay. And then the type will be embedded this time. Okay. So select any of those. As you can see, don't miss out. Email with consent. This one is unlock something 50%, you know. So maybe we're going to have this one, brand email capture. So use this template. And now we're going to customize this to fit our layout. So the same colors, maybe black and this blue here. Okay. So let's go back here. So we have the button here. So subscribe, click on this. So first, maybe we're going to change the color. So use button settings to edit every button style on your form. So click on this button here. So there you go. As you can see, this is the primary button. Click on this, and now we can change the color. Okay, so I'm just going to change this to the blue that we have on the website. And now I don't think we need a border all around it, so I'm just going to remove this. No borders. I think it's better like this. And then you can customize everything else. So as you can see, you can click on this, change the content. So I'm just going to change the color here to black because our website is mainly jet black. I'm going to do the same with this color here. So I'm going to change this to jet black. And for the email here, we're going to change this as well. Field settings, and change the text color to black, and the placeholder color, and the label color, and the border color as well. So I'm just going to go all black here. I think that's probably better, you know, just in case. There you go. And then enable form. And now we need to insert this on our website. So we go back here. Remember, we're into appearance, customize, and this is where you could edit the footer section. So I'll go back here, hover on top, click on this. And as you can see, this is a footer builder widget 1. So where can you access this? Let me show you. Go back to the WordPress dashboard, appearance, and this time we go to widgets. Okay, very good. So close this. And then right here, footer builder widget 1, expand. And this is basically where everything is displaying. So what we need to do now is to delete this. So delete that. And then delete this one as well. Okay. And now we're going to add a new widget called HTML, just like this, okay? Click on this, and now inside that HTML, you're going to paste that code, okay? Now update. Let's go back to the front end and refresh. And there you go, guys. Don't miss out. Subscribe to get exclusive deals sent to you. Email address, subscribe, and that's it, okay? Now, let's go back to the top. As you can see, we have our subscribe button. So what we're going to do is basically link this directly to the footer section right here, okay? And for this is a two-step process. So the first one is to edit the header. So we'll go to appearance, customize, and then fetch our button here. So this is where we're going to enter the link, okay? And the second one is to link this to the footer section on our home page. So for this, we go back here, we go to pages, and then all pages. And we're going to edit the home page, okay? So edit with Elementor. Very good. And we're going to scroll down the page. And right here, just before that, as you can see, we can add a section. We're going to do that. Flexbox. And then maybe this section here. And now we need to add an anchor. So for this, we go to Advanced, scroll down the page, find the section which says CSS ID, and give it a name. So I'm just going to call it subscribe, okay? To keep it simple. So that's us done for this page. Publish. Okay. And now we go back to our link here. So fetch the URL of your website. So copy and then paste it here. Okay, paste. And at the end, type hashtag and then the CSS ID. So subscribe, that's the one we used. Okay, and then publish. And now let's put this to the test. Okay, so for this, let's go back to our home page, refresh. Let's click on the link. There you go, it's bringing us to this section. So let's go to another page, maybe about us, subscribe. And as you can see, it's bringing us to the home page and directly to our subscribe form.